On this trip, we're going to be following the Trans-Canada Adventure Trail. It starts off in Nanaimo and then heads south on the highway for a little bit, crosses over to Lake Cowichan, the Port Alberni Inlet, back up to Alberni, over to Comox, up to Sayward, and then from Sayward it heads a little bit south to Gold River, up through the Wass Lake area, and then up to Port Hardy, and then over to Winter Harbour.
Oh, hi, didn't see you there. Well, you should have seen the ferry ride, mate. Well, we were going across, the waves are 15 feet high. We lost a bike in the process. Mom's gonna have to walk. But, in the meanwhile, I was hunkered down in the men's washroom with a guy, fat guy, pooping right next to me. And I couldn't stand it. First the waves, then the fat guy. And then I thought to myself, I'm not gonna make it.
We started our adventure at the ferry terminal at Nanaimo and headed south on Highway 1. Just after we passed through Chemainus, there's a road on the right-hand side at the Chevron gas station called Mount Sika Road. Turn right there, and there's a farm right at the very end, and right after the farm, there's a road that goes up into the hills. The trails on day 1 actually turned out to be the best of the whole entire trip. If you only do one section of the Trans-Canada Adventure Trail, I would say do this one and take advantage of the view from the top of the hill.
Hello my fellow fishies, Ogopogo Max here again. It was a wild ride to get up here, basically like riding a bucking bronco, only 2 times worse. So, we took all of our gear off, and now we're just having a little leg stretch.
We took the time to hike up to the overlook at Mount Prevost.
Look at that. That is one. That's a brown bird. It's definitely not a raven. And that is one kick-ass bird of prey, I can tell you that much. Hello viewers, we are on Mount Prevost, and beneath us is Ladysmith, the town. And here is the war memorial dedicated to the people who lost their lives in World War II. And there is Mount Baker. It is a volcano that spews hot molten lava and will melt your bones.
Just before the bridge going over to Banfield, there's the Pachina Indian Reserve. They've got a spectacular campground set up. And because it wasn't too busy when we were there, nobody actually showed up to take our money, so we stayed there on the ocean for free.
The claw.
One stick. One fireplace. One boy. Hello! One bag of Doritos. Be very careful. Insert the Dorito into the fire. Take your Dorito. Set it on fire. And now you have the all-new nacho cheese jalapeno hot and spicy Dorito flavor. And also you have a torch. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Now you know how to make a torch in the middle of nowhere with only a fire, a stick, a Dorito, and one overly excited boy.
After listening to Max bitch and moan about his boots being too tight, we ended up going back to Sparky's, which is near Parksville, and bought him a new pair of boots. After that, the day was kind of shot, so we decided to head to Tofino for the night. Even in the shoulder season, the Tofino area is really busy, and we couldn't find a campsite for the night, so we ended up having to spend the big bucks on a hotel room. It was really early in the season, the first week of April, so a lot of the campsites had no camp hosts yet, so we got to stay here free as well. This was Campbell Lake.
Hace frío.
Hace frío?
Welcome to the Fireplace Channel.
At this point in time, the weather kind of crapped out on us, so we decided to head back to Nanaimo and wait for the next bunch of sunny days. The next weekend, we beelined it straight up to Sayward to begin the second leg of our trip. Kelsey Bay RV Campground near Sayward.
Cool.
So that's filling out the registration card. Put our lead in the spot. We met Charlie, who was staying there for a couple of months, and he goes out crab and prawn fishing every day, and guess what? He invited us to crab dinner that night. Pretty awesome, right?
Want some crab for dinner? Jeez, look at that, thanks.
Oh, that's
Yeah, why not, eh? Neat, eh?
wow.
When you grab them, you always grab them by the back, like that. So they can't get you if you hold them here, theoretically. And this is the male, because you got a thin thing, the female's got a big round one. You're not allowed to keep them. So I'll put them here, and then you put this leg out, that leg out. Go on. Pull this out.
Wow.
Break them in half. Shake it, it's clean.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not one for guts. I can't get him.
Yeah, I know, you're such a baby. It's over, yeah.
We've had a couple of nights of steady drinking.
You got her. Okay,
Camp
open
is
her
all
up a
about
bit more.
Yeah.
2 months, I don't know how you make it.
Well,
More yet, quite a bit more.
we actually had to
More yet.
rotate her.
Perfect. Sometimes people have this and it boils over and you push the flame out. Then the propane keeps spreading and if it spreads to the campfire, it keeps being exploded. So now if it boils over, it just boils over on the grass. It melts and stew it. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Yeah, you got her. You can put them in here. Yep.
That's all it's done.
Yep, all cooked. Scoop them out. Yeah, positive. Yeah.
Hey, you don't want to overcook them, Max.
Yeah,
Drop
overcooked
it.
is bad.
They get all mushy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they get really mushy.
I love shrimp, by the way.
And you can throw the crabs in.
Here's our prawns. Oh wait, did I get them all?
When you back up, watch you don't hit the torch for today.
Yeah. And there's the crab. Prawns!
That's a lot of prawns.
Okay, this is my first real prawn.
Fresh from the
Start with
ocean.
the legs, Max. Here, watch.
Oh, it smells good already. If only we had some butter to dip them in.
That's fresh like this.
And they live in there for a week, but I keep feeding them just to make sure they don't die on me.
That's some good prawns.
Environmentalists
So,
and the need for better
fresh.
energy. And
You watch the guy kill the
There's a
crab,
thing called
right?
thorium
That's how
reactor.
fresh it is.
Which
Yeah, well, I watched him.
Back in the
This thing was
60s.
moving and
We
alive.
know somebody who's really interested.
thorium,
Crab.
but
The reaction.
Your life, for
I've
my
looked at
pleasure,
it and,
was a
and
very
done
good
some
deal.
research into it and stuff like that. And
The section of roads between Sayward and Gold River were a lot smoother than the ones that were down south, but there was a ton more logging traffic. Once we got off the main logging roads, these little back roads were actually quite enjoyable and in really good shape. coming down into the main area where Gold River is, of course we had to get back on the main locking roads again. This was funny. Looks like we have a slight issue. Not sure if we can squeeze by these guys or not. This wasn't part of the main trail. This was just a little road that went down into kind of a backwoods campsite on a lake. It's pretty fun though, kind of muddy.
Oh, look, it's Mr. Rock. Hey, Mr. Rock, what are you doing out? Oh, I'm just sitting here sunbathing. Oh, do you mind if I run over to you and crash? Sure, that's okay. Oh. The scene of the crime.
So, Mom had a crash. That's her boot. Under there, you can see it. And yeah, she says it hurts real bad, so I can believe her.
Well, I think I kind of fixated on a really tall rock
And you kicked its ass?
Sure, as in it flipped up and dropped.
What's the underside look like?
I don't know, I gotta check.
Yeah, the other side's fine. Which side of the bike are you supposed to keep down? The rubber side? The tired side? Okay, let's work on that as we go forwards.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
We might have to straighten out that light. Mirror's okay. Looks like the crash bars are good. A few more scratches. Panniers. Same pannier you bashed last time, but this one stood up better, much better design. Frame works better. Looks pretty straight. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yep. Oh,
Right.
yep. Broken foot. Okay, mirrors are good. Let's see if we can give that light a little scritch. Oh yeah. Just tipped it back up. Oh yeah. Nobody'd ever know. Oh, this should be good for filming. All right.
You gotta censor that, Dad.
Dash foot.
Do you have a bashed foot?
Dash foot.
What'd she do?
We gotta censor it. Because she's going beep, 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 beep.
I guess on a positive note, it wasn't too far to get back into town. We had to ride about an hour and a half on roads like this to get out, and then back to Nanaimo, and I went to the hospital in Nanaimo, and yep, I broke it. So I kind of ended off this trip, so we'll have to see. Maybe Michael and Max will have to finish it by themselves.